preparing the live. Okay, we're live.
Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world joining us today. I am beyond thrilled to welcome you today in our live training and workshop, 4-day workshop, 12 weeks to win with Coach Caroline Doyle. We'll be sharing the secret behind how to win and maximize the last 12 weeks of 2021 and moving forward momentum, no fear, and effective decision making to hitting your sales goal before December 2021. I'm Charm Segales, the online business manager for Coach Caroline Doyle Consulting, and your host for this week. I want to congratulate you with your decision to join us this week and to invest your precious time in improving your life. And I can assure you, you'll be very glad you did. This entire training is streaming right here in this closed Facebook group. And if you are watching this video, you are in the right place. Stay tuned. Get a pen and a paper. Get your workbook ready and get ready to take some notes. Today is a great day, and today's webinar is none other than the great Coach Caroline Doyle. There's no one better to teach you about the true principles of winning the last 12 weeks to hit your sales goals and getting that forward momentum to getting the results and prosperity you desire in just 12 weeks. The information we're going to share with you will change the way you think and will completely transform your life. And I know this is a personal experience as I've been getting some free trainings from her, from Coach Caroline, whenever I am assisting her in some of her talks. Caroline has been doing this for 1 year, and for that time, she's setting the mind, paradigms and beliefs and behaviors and the universal laws. She's been studying you through the book Think and Grow Rich. Just to give you a quick background about her, she's a lawyer. She is a financial advisor and a manager, and she became the very first woman partner after 172 years for the Gulf Coast and New York Life. In 2019, she received a very prestigious award of being Partner of the Year. And within less than 1 year of being a coach, she was being awarded 3 times Inner Circle and another prestigious award, Silver Pin. She was able to have more than 85 clients in less than a year and was part of top 1% of coaches around the world. So amazing. Can you just imagine how good she is? And she will be sharing how she was able to achieve it in this workshop. So tune in. We'll be sharing this with all of you within this week, all for free, completely no cost. And I don't know anyone who has been studying this topic every day as Coach Caroline, investing her time to study the material and sharing it with her students and making the students impact and hit their sales goal. She's helping businesses and individuals to earn more money, enjoy happiness, and develop more meaningful relationships. Now, if that sounds good to you, again, you are in the right place. And I want to encourage you to set aside all the distractions. Get a pen and a paper. Really invest yourself in jumping into all of the assignments that we are going to post after each training that Caroline's gonna bring you through. You will be so incredible and you'll be very glad you did. Now, without further ado, I want to bring the woman of the hour, the woman of the week, Coach Caroline Doyle.
Oh, Charm. Thank you so much. Wow. I'm so lucky to work with great people. So welcome everybody. I'm so happy to see everybody. This is so much fun. So welcome to this 4 days of workshop, how to win 2021. Okay, I'm telling you, if you're behind or if you're not on track, you still have time to win. Okay, but you have to act now. So what we will share with you this week is really tips and tools to help you to win. We want that at the end of the year, we want that people will call us, that people will write us, say, you know what? I'm part of the winning team. I'm part of the people who will celebrate. Just to give you some tip, last year, December 31st, I didn't believe that, but I had, I think between 8 and 10 calls until 10 o'clock at night on December 31st. People are calling me to say, Caroline, because of your coaching, because of all the push we did all together, I overachieved my goal. I had to call you on December 31st at 10 o'clock because I got it. So believe me, I know what it is, but now we need to make sure that you're on track. So let's start right now. So I will ask you a couple of questions. I would like that you write this down in the chat, and Charm's team will help to answer or help me with the questions. And we will start from this. If you didn't receive the workbook, I'm telling you, it's important that you have it. You want to start to write it down so you can increase your thinking. Okay, we want that you have your takeaway. We want that we change this next 12 weeks. Okay, so if you don't have the workbook, just write it down in the chat and Charm team will send it to you. So now let's start with this. Okay. So we have 4 days. So the next 4 days we'll talk about, first, we have to understand what is mindset. Okay, we have to understand what is your goal. Do you have the right goals? Then tomorrow we will talk about planning, strategies, and metrics. Okay, we will give you some tools. I'm telling you, if tomorrow you want to attend, it's so important. I'm telling you, this is all this every day. It's a game changer for the next 12 weeks. Okay, so tomorrow we'll talk about planning. Then Thursday, we'll talk about your inner self-image. You're here, you want to go there. What are the shifts you have to do in your inside of your mind to reach your goal? And Friday, we'll talk about how do we make this happen. Okay, I promise you will have a lot of material. So welcome. So today, mindset and goals. So I already introduced myself, Charm already did it, but I just want to tell you, sorry, before that I jump on the content, I'm not here to brag, okay? But I just want to let you know that if I was able to do it, you also can do it. I'm not different than anybody. And matter of fact, when I was at New York Life, when I was in Alabama, so we moved to Alabama, I didn't really speak English. I didn't know anybody. And I was in a sales position, but I had a goal so clear about that I want to become the first woman partner for this Fortune 100 company for the Gulf Coast. So because my goal, because my mind was so clear, no matter what, I was reaching out. No matter what, I was focusing on this. Even if some days I wanted to cry. So I just want to let you know I'm not different than you. And matter of fact, I was even behind everybody because I was like, do you speak English? Do you know somebody? I didn't. I was moving from a different country. So if you really want something, you can get it. Okay? So that's what I want to share. That's why it's important to be here today. Okay, let's talk about some roadblocks that you may have that it's holding you back and that we need to address that to make sure that the next 12 weeks you will get there. Okay, if you're in sales, and that's apply also if you're on a diet, if you're not happy with your relationship, if you have a lot of debts, but something can come in your mind. You may have some thinking about, you know, you have one good month and then 2 bad months. You have some inconsistency in sales. You don't know how to bring your business to the next level. You may not have no more excitement for your career. You don't know where to find the next client. You may be paycheck to paycheck or debt, or if you're in sales, you don't know how you will have some income. You may have some fear of not having income next month. You may have a fear of rejections. So those roadblocks are there. But it's your job to say, okay, I need to be aware of that, but now I need to shift. So we'll talk about mindset. We'll talk about goals because we need to address this to make sure you can perform. And when I'm talking about sales, it's not only your business. I'm talking also about any personal goal. It could be you want to work out 5 times a day. You want to lose weight. You want to put some money on the side, whatever it is, everything that I will share applies to you. So first of all, you need to have the right mindset. Whatever is you're doing, whatever is the strategy, if you don't have the right mindset, it will never work. So let's start by what is mindset? So I would like that you write down in the chat, what is mindset? What do you think is mindset? Okay, write down your own definition of mindset. And do you know that if I'm telling you there's a formula for your success, do you know that 95% of your success is based on a mindset? 95%. 5% on your strategies. 5%. And you will say, hey, Caroline, that doesn't make sense. So how many times you're in a business, let's say you're in sales, everybody's sharing with you their scripts. They're sharing with you their strategies, but you don't know why. You're not the one who's on top. You don't understand why. So everybody share the same thing. But at the end of the day, is your mindset. So we need to address this first to make the rest happen. So 95% of your result, of your success is based here. So what is mindset? You just write it down in the chat. So mindset is 3 components. 3. First is your thinking, your feeling, and your action. Thinking, feeling, action. As soon as one is in the negative, as soon as one is not aligned to win, how do you think you can win? So you have to do an assessment, a scan of your brain, of your, how do you think? Do you think that, oh, I don't think I will reach my goal. Oh, it's impossible. I don't think that. The client doesn't want to do business with me. If you have those negative thinking, what do you think it will happen? So we need to gain control over our thinking. Then the feeling. If you feel that you're overstressed, you have some doubt about you, about your goals. We will set up some goals for the next 12 weeks. If you already by setting these goals, you're having a doubt, how do you think you can make it happen? So you have to remove all the negative feeling. Your job is to shift on the other side. If you feel overwhelmed, you will not outperform your mind. So remember this, you are in control. You are the one who's making decision. But one thing, you can never outperform your mind. Never. Okay? Imagine your mind like a software. So if you're telling something to your mind, how can you be better than this? It's impossible. So this is the first step that I want that you realize. You have the power in your mind, but you have to pay attention on those three components. So let me give you an example. When I was at New York Life, I had to study my Series 7. It was really, really hard. Even if I was a lawyer, even if I did my MBA, for me, Series 7, it was like harder. You know, I was better with laws than all those numbers. So I was so stressed because it was also in a different language and it was heavy. I was so stressed that I was always, oh my God, I will never do this. I will never pass. But you know what? I was studying at least 40 hours a week when I was also working 40 hours a week and I was a mom. So I was doing the work, but because of my thinking, I was destroying my own action. You know what? I failed by 1 point. I failed by 1 point. So I'm just telling you, you have to look which area that you need to move. Okay? So this is mindset. This is the first step. So before we go more over with the goals, let's do an exercise. So for those who has the workbook on page 4, let's do the first exercise. So I would like that you write down the last 3 years of income. So 2021 so far, 2020 and 2019. Okay. Then I want that you look. So what do you see? It is a trend. It is the same, almost the same bracket, plus or minus 5,000 the last 3 years. Or did you increase or did you decrease? This is already an indicator of how you think. If you are in the same bracket the last 3 years, that's mean the way you're thinking, you're feeling, your action is always the same pattern. And you know what? In 2020, we had a pandemic who went to destroy all your normal habits. And I have some clients, I have one client in particular that I think is so interesting that in 2019, she was doing business in a certain way. 2020 changed everything and she got almost the same sales number to $300 different, but she had to change completely her strategies. So that's me, you're creating some pattern. Your mind is like an autopilot. So I want that you acknowledge this first to say, okay, how do I'm thinking? Same thing with your diet. You know, how many times, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, but let's say on a Monday, I'm like, okay, now I want to lose this 10 pounds. Let's start with workout, water, no carbs, no bread, no pasta, no wine. Everything is good. I work out, perfect. I'm on my way to lose my 10 pounds. Tuesday, it's okay. Wednesday, start to be, and Thursday, I have meeting after meeting. And then, whoops, screw up my meal plan, screw up everything, and I'm back to maybe not having the right meal plan. And then my thinking is like, you know what? I already screw up. And tomorrow's Friday. And then the next day is Saturday. We will have some friends at home. Let's start back Monday. And you know what? 6 months later, you still have this 10 pounds, right? I'm sure not the only one. This is how we think. This is our mindset. So our job is to acknowledge and say, okay, if I want something that I never had before, or now, if I want to accomplish this 12 weeks, because I'm behind, I need to change something. I need to change something to make it happen. So I'm asking you, what do you have to change? Which area do you think on those 3 components that you have to to change your thinking, your feeling, your action. It could be the three of them, but it has to be aligned to win. If not, simple like this, you're game over. Simple, game over or you win. There's nothing in between. Okay, so think about it. Same thing with your business. I'm sure Monday morning you have a lot of good things. If you're a realtor, insurance agent, you're in sales, you're a manager, so this week I will do this. After, let's say, 8 calls, you have to do your calls to maybe connect with people, have a relationship, so they can know about your services or products. After 8 calls, it's like, oh my God, forget my 100. I stop at 8. Okay, so you have to identify some pattern that you have. And then you have to look. How long have you been working to eliminate or to change some of your results? It could be your income. It could be some debt that you have. How long are you trying to work on this and you still don't do it? There's a pattern over there. So you have to understand that this is driving by your mindset. And what do you think you're really capable of? You know, one thing that I learned is we put our own limitation. We put our own limitation because we have this fear of rejection, this fear of, I don't know what. So I want that you say, okay, how do I remove all this and stay focused on the solution? So if you're not on track for the next 12 weeks, don't think about the problem. I want that you focus on the solution. What are the solutions? But before, I want you to understand that there's 3 types of goals. And that will help you to identify what you have to do for the next 12 weeks to win 2021. Okay, the first goal is what we call a type A goals. It's based on your present result. So let's take an example. If you were in sales and last month you're on a commission base, last month you did, let's say, $5,000 of commission. So, oh my God, my pipeline is empty. I don't think I can do more. So this month I'm planning to do 5,000. Or just say, you know, the last 9 months, I didn't reach my goal. My average was X. I think I can just do X for the rest of the year. That means you're thinking like your present result or the drivers or your driver. Okay, your result or your driver. But here, I want you to think about something. When you were at school, and you had one bad exam, one bad grade, do you think that you were failing your year? No. Most of us, no. Okay, so one bad exam, one bad month doesn't mean that it's your future. Same thing yesterday, I was talking with a new client, and it's really interesting. He had like a lot of struggles the last 4 years, and starting January, something shift completely. And it's so funny because he cannot understand. And he did probably 4 times his income per month of what he was doing every month before the last 4 years. So you understand one thing that he told me, that is present result or not the driver. So I want that you pay attention to this. Then there's type B goal, what you think you can do. If last month I had a commission of $5,000, maybe this month, if I can have a 6,000, I'm lucky. Okay, you're operating on a projection. It's not bad, don't make me wrong. Sometimes we have to do this, but what I want that you start to think for the next 12 weeks is this. What do you want? And this is the type C goal. So I want that you think, what do you want by the end of the year? Maybe losing 20 pounds. I know 20 pounds is a result of something, but I want maybe helping 10 clients a month. I want to do this. But I want that you have a crazy idea. I want something that you've never done before. Because if you start to get excited about what you want, that's where the magic happens. Because I don't know if you know, but why sometimes you don't reach your goal? Do you know? I will say you're not the only one. 92% of people fail to reach your goal. 92%, because they just fixed a goal A or goal B. So what I want for you, and I want that you write this down. What do you want? What do you want? If everything was possible, no limitation, what do you want for the next 12 weeks? What do you want that happen? And something that you never done, something that it will ask you to be outside of your comfort zone, but something that it make you exciting. You're excited about this. You will get up in the morning and you will do it. So this is the main question. So your first homework will be to list 50 goals that you want for the next 6 months, 12 weeks, year, 3 years, okay? Whatever you want for your life, for the rest of your life, I want that you write it down, 50 goals. Why it's so important? And you have to look all the area of your life, personal growth, relationship, career, business, fun, money, family. And then I want after that you do this exercise. Most people, they stop at 36, 37. And now, you know what? I will also put a timer, put 10 minutes. So your mind can start to think really quick. Put the timer and say how much I can fill out, okay? And then I want that you put a timeline on each goal. So when you identify the goal, then say, I want this one by in the next year. I want this one in by the next 3 years, 5 years, or in the next 2 months, okay? And then start to do, okay, based on this, what do I want for the next 12 weeks? One thing that I like to operate when I'm doing my planning, I like to understand my vision for 10 to 15 years, where I want to be in 10 or 15, who I want to become. Then I break it down in 5 years, 3 years, 1 year. I like to operate on 1 year. And then the key is break it down 1 year, 6 months, quarterly, so 12 weeks, and then monthly, and then weekly, and then daily. If you know what you have to do for the month or for the week, you can break it down for the day. And I always ask myself, what do I have to do to win my day? I would like that you write this down. What do I have to do to win my day so I can win my goal? Imagine your goal like you're climbing a mountain, okay? Your goal is climbing the mountain. You have to make a decision, and only you can make a decision if you stay at the base camp or if you're climbing the mountain. But you know that if you're climbing a mountain, you may have some obstacles. You may have some rain. You may have some snow. And maybe your body will be sore. You will be tired. But you know what? At the top, oh my God, the view will be amazing, amazing. But this is your goal. This is the next 12 weeks. So what do you have to do the next 12 weeks? What is your goal? Okay, you have to be clear. I always say to my clients, let me unshare this. How do I, oops. So I always say, I don't know why, but I cannot re-put my, so how do I make sure that I stay focused also? How do I make sure that I bring my mind some clarity? So imagine that your goal is like, a GPS, okay? So your mind is like a GPS. What you have to do is bring clarity. So when I was in Alabama, when I came back to go to Montreal, I needed the GPS. I literally crossed the whole United States. So I had to have a GPS. If I didn't have a GPS, probably I would have go to Los Angeles to come back to Montreal. I would have been lost. Same thing with your goal. If you don't know where you want to go, you will never reach it. You will take a lot of roads, okay? So imagine your mind like the GPS. So what we want to do for the next 12 weeks to win 2021, the question that you have to answer is, what do you want? Where you want to go? What do you want to accomplish in 12 weeks? And you will be so happy, so excited to wake up every day and change some habit and do it. Okay? So that's what we want today. You have to do this. If you understand this, tomorrow we'll be more able to talk about what is your planning, what kind of strategies, and what are your metrics. If you understand this, now we can start to talk. If you don't know where you're going, I'm telling you, you will never reach it. And the same thing on your action. I'm just taking some example. As I had a lot of employees that they were saying like, oh, I have to do some calls this week because we were in sales. Okay, you have to do some calls. How many? I don't know. Okay, so how many appointments do you know to reach your goal? I don't know. So we'll talk about this tomorrow, how to understand this, because more you bring clarity, more you release some stress. You know exactly where you're going. I would like to share right now just the workbook to make sure that it's clear with everybody. Charm, if you can share the workbook. Okay, so just to share a little bit to make sure that you're clear on what you have to do, okay? So first of all, as we said, we want that you, sorry, my screen is going. We want that you start to fill out those questions, okay, that I told you. The last 3 years, I want that you start to have a reflection on where you are, what happened the last year, the last 3 years, what kind of pattern. Now, where do you want to go? Okay. And you will have, if you want to even, how can I apply this in my day-to-day? So you can start to have a solid picture for the next 12 weeks. Okay. Everything is possible. So this is the list of your 50 goals. And then if you can start to write some affirmation, we will come back on this Thursday about your affirmation, but start to think about what you would like to write in the morning. What kind of things that you would like to manifest. An affirmation is always on a present tense. Okay, but I will talk about more and I will give you some good example on how do you manifest things. And I will share with you Thursday. I may bring her if she's available. I have one of my clients. She's doing this exercise every day. And in March, she got her best job ever, best income. She cleared her debt because she was writing her affirmation. And she told me, I think she's at 9 affirmation on 20 that it already manifested in 6 months. So I'm telling you, this works. So know where you want to go. So this is your goal for tonight. Where do you want to go? What is your goal for 12 weeks? Okay. You can set up 2 goals if you want. It could be a personal one and a business, but I will not do more than 2. If you have too many goals, you will never accomplish everything. So what do you want? This is the major question. Do we have some question? Do we have some question? No? So we will see you tomorrow. We'll have probably a full 30 to 45 minutes. Tomorrow we'll talk about a lot of things and you will have some new tools. So I really want that you reflect on this today. Where do you want to see yourself at the end of 2021? And one tip that I can share also, when you have a clear picture of your mind, I don't know about you, but if you're doing some visualization, it's helping you to define and to have all the details about what you want to accomplish. Okay? So I want that you start to think, I want that you start to bring a picture of this. And if you want, I didn't put in the workbook, but if you want to start to do a vision board, because a vision board is so important, it's helping you to see exactly what it is. And when you have a vision board, I can share a couple of times, I share with my clients, but you can see on my vision board, what I had and what happened for the real. It's amazing. You have so much power in your mind. You don't even know. So I will say for tonight, what do you want? Establish your goal and start to think about these 50 goals. What do you want to put on your vision board? What do you want to start to accomplish? Because here's what's going on. We're always so busy with life that we're missing what we want. So that's your job for tonight. Do this. If you want to start to create your affirmation and your vision board, it will just help you to reach faster what you want. You bring clarity to your mind like a GPS. You know exactly where you're going. Okay, so if we don't have more questions, I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow we will have a lot of tips, planning, strategies, tactics, metrics. We will have a lot of things. And I'm telling you, tomorrow you will learn. Okay, so see you tomorrow, everybody.
That was so good.
Sorry, Charm. Charm, it's your turn.
That was so good. Very awesome. Thank you so much for sharing everything, Caroline. And this has been an incredible first day. We are so glad to be hearing a very powerful lesson today. The paradigms, the mindsets, beliefs, and behaviors. If we look at it, my results, your results, Caroline's results is a reflection of the behavior and the beliefs that we have in ourselves. And I'm actually taking note of everything here while I was listening to her talk. I put it in my notes where Caroline says, if you want to change your result, it's absolutely essential you change your paradigms. I want you guys to write down and circle the word essential. Okay? It's not you can or you can't. It's you have to change that habit and beliefs if you want your results to change. And at the end of this session, Caroline talked about what you want. What do you really want? I want you right now to think about it. Write it now. And Caroline gave you a very good assignment, okay? So do that, and don't you worry if you miss that. We're going to post something right after the recording, okay? We'll post it so that you can do your homework for today, okay?
And the replays will be there.
Yes, absolutely. The replays will be available right after the recording or the live workshop. Okay, so again, you have to write down what you want and write it down to the income that Caroline is asking you. Okay, not you should be clear on your goals, like what she was sharing earlier about the GPS when she crossed the borders from United States to Canada. Okay, so your one should be an obsession, a healthy obsession, because that's what's gonna get you to move when the outside is saying the exact opposite. And it's very important regardless of your present results. So these are my biggest takeaways for this workshop, and this lays the foundation for the rest of the week. Now, I want you to go over the assignment for the week again, and I want you to go over the importance of the assignment and why we're having a daily assignment and action, okay? The biggest things with these assignments are that these little things compounded over time to create big results. You know, I'm a #1 believer of this. I actually used to think that I need a big idea to get big results, but it's not it. It's the little things that I did over and over to create the biggest results, the biggest jump. So these assignments that Caroline gave you are super important, super simple, yet super powerful. Like what Jim Rohn said, it's easy to do and it's easy not to do. Okay? We want you guys to commit this whole entire week and really put your heart in it, because you're going to get out of this week what you put in. And if you have a chance, if you really wanted to create a massive quantum leap, Before I reiterate the assignment, I want you guys to really live in your dreams of what you really wanted. Forget about the how and leave the how to Coach Caroline. Okay? She will show you how to do it. She's been doing it and she's been assisting over 85 clients, manifesting the desired sales income that they wanted. And she can always do it with you. It only starts with one decision. Okay? So that you are into it. Okay? Everything about Caroline says will show you. And imagine it's already happening. You really have to live from what Caroline's saying. Okay. Now that the assignments will be reiterated after the recording, and we'll be posting it again. Please post a picture of you answering the workbook, especially the one highlighted by Caroline. The 50 goals, okay, write it down, answer it, and do a separate one to two goals, one personal goal and one business goal. Show it to us. Tag me and tag Caroline. We will be your accountability partner. It's easier to, yes, it's so much easier to work with accountability partner. Okay. And it will be your insurance policy, that assurance policy that you will really do the work. Okay. So I'd like for you guys to post it, and we encourage you to do it because that's one way of knowing how serious you are with your goals. Remember, these are your goals. Okay, so
you all celebrate at the end of the year. See, we did it.
Absolutely. Okay, and if you're still if you want to join, you're still welcome to join us for tomorrow until Thursday. Go to the link. Yep, until Thursday or Friday. Please go to the link. There's a registration page. Sign up so that you can get the link to the workbook. And again, if you are having some challenges downloading the workbook, give us your email address and we'll send you the direct link, okay? We will reply as fast as we can. And that's it. Tomorrow's training will be a fantastic training for you from Coach Caroline. Be back here at 12 p.m. Eastern. Okay? Stay tuned with us for the whole week. And here's the few housekeeping items before we sign off for the day. You can find the replay for today under the guide section of this Facebook group. It's on the menu at the top of the group under the banner. That is where everything important to this training can be found. The assignments will be posted on the guide section as well. Okay? Check it out, or we'll post it on the announcement so that you can easily see it. Okay? And reminders about the live broadcast each day. Check out the event section of the Facebook group. And there you will find the broadcast for each day. And if you haven't already, make sure you introduce yourself in the group. Post a photo and tell us where you're from and what you want to get for this week and what are the goals that you are working on until December 2021. We have such a cool and supportive community here, and we want to get to know as many of you as possible for this week. The replay for each day will be available as soon as we stop the broadcast. And want to remind you that the replays will only be available until October 1st. Okay? Will be available with just a limited amount of time. We'll take it down on October 1st, midnight Eastern. Make sure you watch the replays. That's a wrap for today. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 12 p.m. Pacific. We'll have another incredible lesson for you and another daily assignment today, every day until the end of the week. Tune in for tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much,
everybody. Thank you, Charm. You're so cute. I love you so much. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day and see you tomorrow. You will learn a lot. I promise. You will have a lot of good tools. Okay, bye-bye.